Guys, I wanted to go over the current situation revolving the potential new expansion team in Las Vegas. Now, I saw an article right at the end of this year that said, yes, NBA expansion might be coming in 2025, and it very likely will be both Las Vegas and Seattle. And we know the Supersonics very likely will be the team based out of Seattle, and they already do have a newish arena that's been refurbished. It was around $1 billion renovation. So when it comes to that arena situation, it's already solved. Right now, the Seattle Kraken play there. That's why they invested around $1 billion in terms of renovating it. And that's going to be happening. So I really wanted to focus on the Las Vegas side of it. Now, there have been many different proposals for what tends to end up being deemed kind of like an NBA sports campus, which normally consists of a brand new arena, which, by the way, that's a question in and of itself on this expansion because the NBA could really do this expansion by 2026 if they wanted to because they have the arenas. Right now, you do have a relatively new arena, T-Mobile Arena, which currently hosts the Las Vegas Golden Knights. So you really don't even need a new arena, at least for the foreseeable future. But it does seem like, based off of the many different proposals, that is the route that is going to be taken. It is a multi-billion-dollar development, including an arena with a hotel and casino attached to it. Now, these are relatively new renderings that were just recently released. This is a proposal by the developer LVXP. They publicized new NBA arena renderings. This is their mixed-use proposal on the north end of the Strip, which is exactly where a previous arena idea, which ended up being a total sham and it just resulted in them moving dirt around for years, didn't end up happening. And if you remember that previous idea, that was the NBA arena that was supposed to have a retractable roof, which is pretty ridiculous. But yeah, that's that idea, and they cleared out a bunch of land, but nothing ever happened there. And now they're saying, considering the land is at this point prepped for building on, why not just put this project there? From what I've read, it seems like this is not going to happen, honestly, at least in the way that it's being shown with these renderings. There was another proposal that was going to be around $10 billion total, all in private money. That proposal would be developed on a different area of land than this one. And there were no renderings for that NBA campus proposal. This one does have renderings. This one would be developed on 27 acres of land. You can see the certainly unique shape of the hotel with a curved roof there almost. And then you do also have the arena. There are no interior renderings for the arena, but this would certainly be something that would definitely change Las Vegas. But does Las Vegas really need another arena? Is it necessary? Probably not, just because T-Mobile Arena is only like 7 years old at this point. But from everything I've seen, it does seem like they are pushing for a new arena. I would imagine if they want to get this expansion done as quick as possible, the new team in Las Vegas would very likely start playing at T-Mobile Arena as the new arena, wherever it ends up getting built, gets built within Vegas, and then they would move 2 or 3 years down the line into that new arena, as opposed to the Supersonics already being able to play at their home arena. This recent article I saw on NBA expansion says NBA expansion not official, but 2025 could be the year. The NBA is still not ready to make any formal announcements on expansion, but it came up multiple times as something people around the league are looking at in 2025, according to a report from ESPN.com. One bellwether on that topic is expected to be the sale of the Celtics, which the franchise has said it hopes to have completed by the early part of next year. And a little detail on the Celtics, they might be trying to get a new arena with a new ownership if that ends up happening. But it looks like if the Celtics get sold, that could certainly play a role in determining how quickly the expansion ends up moving. The article later outlines that Seattle and Las Vegas are still the odds-on favorite cities to get the two expansion teams. And the only other city I could see would potentially be Mexico City, but because of the altitude and also the location being outside of the United States, the team would be at a distinct disadvantage in terms of free agents. Also, there is significant crime in Mexico City, so even though the NBA, it is very appealing to significantly expand your fan base if you go to Mexico City. A massive population, that doesn't seem very likely. Also, just you have the whole thing with both Seattle and Las Vegas. This has been an ongoing saga for really like 4 years now, where it's like the worst kept secret that the two expansion teams are going to be both Seattle and Las Vegas. And then after that, you could be looking at maybe some problems with the New Orleans Pelicans potentially moving if they can't get a new arena, but that would be down the line. So my best guess right now is they very easily could fast track NBA expansion and get this done really by this year or next year if they wanted to, just because the arenas are already in place. The only wrinkle is there will very likely be a group that builds a brand new arena in Las Vegas, and I would imagine it 100% will all be private money, and the arena will probably be connected in some way to a casino, resort, hotel type complex, because every different proposal I've seen when it comes to this Las Vegas project includes that. This video was based around those recent renderings that we saw that just came out. Those, I'll reiterate, doesn't seem like they're happening. We really don't have much information on it. We don't have the cost. We don't have who's paying for it. And quite frankly, we've already had several different projects like this go absolutely nowhere, including one that was to be located in the exact area this one supposedly will be located on if it does end up happening. I will say, when it comes to NBA expansion, it certainly is going to be very, very expensive, whoever becomes the owner of the Las Vegas team, just because North American sports nowadays, very rarely will there be an opportunity for a multi-billionaire or a group of billionaires to buy a team. Very rarely do they go up for sale nowadays. And when they do, especially one located in Las Vegas, even though, I mean, Las Vegas in terms of a sports market, it's very lukewarm. It's very neutral, I would say. But it's certainly going to be good in terms of gambling and everything of that nature. And we know about MLB baseball going there. The NFL's already gone there. The NHL has already gone there. And now, potentially, another arena on top of that, included with an entire complex surrounded by a hotel and casino as part of a resort that potentially will be going in within the next few years and possibly opening by 2028 or 2029, because they can really get expansion done whenever they want when it comes to the arena processes, unlike the NFL and MLB, which would have to wait for the stadiums to be built. They do not have that problem. Even the Las Vegas team, if they build a new arena, they could just play at the T-Mobile Arena right now, which is a very nice new arena in its own right. So guys, that is just the current situation regarding NBA expansion. It could happen as early as this year. That's going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.